Hey, I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. And, boy, do we need to talk. Yeah, so last time a lot of things happened. First of all, we went to that tournament in Norway and won again. The archery contest. And coming back, we found the changed political landscape in Denmark, where Prince Benedict has accumulated loads and loads of lands, and by nefarious means, I should say. He's a familial kinslayer and a murderer, and we were the ones to make it all public when we searched for secrets at his court. So he killed, his own, niece, was it? I think it's niece, right? Because, she was the daughter of his brother, the bedwetter. So he killed his own niece. He killed the wife of his brother for no good reason, I think, other than maybe not liking her. And so he's a serial killer, this man. He's dangerous. And the king is not doing anything about it. I think he's, way too lax when it comes to this, So anyway, nothing we can do about that, I guess, unless we go and murder him too. I know. But don't think that's what Skjalm would do. Maybe his son. Maybe his son would be someone who ultimately looks into these matters when there's no other way for justice to be done. Because he's vengeful. So that happened, and then we conquered Volgast. And this whole connection of conquering, amassing more land, being seen by the others as more legitimate, led us to being able to create a duchy of our own. And that is the Duchy of Welicia, at least that's what it's called, by the locals. And maybe let's start with doing some flavor things. First of all, we did get a court. It's still called Royal Court here, of course, because it is only intended for kings in the vanilla game. But I have this mod installed where it also counts for dukes. So we have a court now, and I want to change it. I looked this up and, wanted to know what it was like in Denmark at the time. We are still in the 11th century, so still early Middle Ages, even though the whole culture, our culture has already advanced, I think, into the high medieval era. But at the time in Denmark, these stone hall, that stone hall that we see here, that would be very unusual. You would build churches from stone, possibly like the larger castles at the time, but no, they were mostly wooden, right? That's what mostly happened. So I'm going to change, and that's another mod, going to change the throne room to just give it more flavor, right? Make it there we go. This would be more like it, right? We are still very much... Well, we haven't even left the Viking era completely. And this is what it would look like, I think. Or comes closer to what it would look like. Might be some crosses on the walls and stuff. But we would still have those wood carvings. That all looks, authentic to me. So we'll keep it. We will switch to... this kind of throne room, looks better to me. Anyways, by the way, I have this other very, very cool mod installed, and that's called Free Camera. So we can actually just move around here and see our, him here. He's another matter. Our court jester that we employed in a momentary, lapse of reason. So maybe we could get back to that as well. Okay, so that was the one thing. Then, the Duchy of Welicia. I Yeah, I don't think that is the name the Danes would give this or would call it, because that's very much the local name. And that's the, the local people, the Obotrides, and the Ranains and so on, they would call it Vilicia. We don't call it that. And I was thinking about this, and obviously, historically, this didn't exist, right? So, while there was some control over Rügen by the Danes and so on, this whole, land here wasn't really under Danish control. Was very much in control by the Roman Empire, and not at that time, like in the 12th century. So, what do? I said before that all of these different tribes from this region here would be called the Wends by the Danish. So, I was thinking of renaming this and say, okay, we have these duchies like Jylland, Sjælland, and so on. So why don't we call this Venderland? Right? So the land of the Wends. That makes total sense to me. Let's find an adjective. We like Venderländer. There we go. And also I would like to change the coat of arms. I like the griffin. That's very much a mythological creature that was used on coat of arms in the area, especially around Vorgast or Greifswald. That's where the griffin is already in the name, right? So German Greif is griffin. And I would like to keep the griffin, but what I will do is change the field color, and I want it to be red, and the color of the charge that I want to be white. And I'm doing this because those would be the Danish colors, right? When you look at the flag of Denmark, you would see that it's this white cross on a field of red, and red and white are very much Danish colors. So now we are portraying that we are owning this land, the Vanderland, and that it belongs to the Danish now. So yeah, this is good for me. Oh yeah, by the way, I could also, because I don't like this color very much, we also make sure that we see this in color-wise. So let's go down here and pick a little brighter maybe. There we go. Let's pick another color. So now we see, now it's like nice and red and fits in with the other duchies and counties in here. Okay, so Venderland, we have done this. Now, what do we do next? Oh yeah, one thing that I found out is, and that's a bit stupid actually, might actually create a mod for that purpose. I wanted to look into the vote situation, and that's where I found out that I can't vote anymore. Like, I'm not part of the electors. And yeah, so you are not one of the electors and cannot vote. Yeah, and why is that? That is because the Duchy of Venderland is not a de jure Duchy of Denmark. Right, so it doesn't historically belong to Denmark. So the holder of this duchy is not able to vote, which is stupid because I'm still holding land inside of Denmark, and that is even my seat. Right, so I think there should be some kind of if-else structure that kind of looks for, if you really have your seat inside of Denmark, I think you should be able to vote for the Danish king. I think that should be a thing. If I was foreign, if this whole duchy here was like, foreign controlled, if it was, just part of the kingdom by means of vassalization, then I would understand this, but we are very much a Danish person. We should be able to vote. Right, so other flavor things. We got this prize ring from the tournament, And we already have the ring from the first tournament, and we called it the Ring of Honor, so the Heidersringen. And I want to give this a similar name. And I came up with the Ring of Warriors. Right, so we have the Ring of Honor and we have the Ring of the Warrior. And warrior being a wrestler too, so that makes kind of sense. We call it Kriegerinsringen. It makes so much sense because this one also like gives you more knights, right? So should not unequip it. Where this one is about prestige and knight effectiveness, men at arms maintenance. This other one is about like having more warriors. So we have the Heidersringen and the Kriegerinsringen. Good stuff. Right, okay. Let's do more small things before I get to the big thing. And last time we were looking for a possible bride for our second son Asa, and we were not successful. There were the women on the market are just not the ones that we are looking for, right? So we had looked at her, but she's like deceitful and greedy and stuff. That's not things that we look for in a possible match. Also should be something more meaningful, I think, for him. And I actually found the ideal candidate, and that has been actually there all the time, or for a long time now. And that is, drum roll, let me just go to her again, and that's where we go there. Her here, that is Jutta, formerly Judita Vislavit. So that's very much the noble line, right, of Rana and this area. Her father was Duke Krutoy, and we defeated him. We defeated his son, so now all these guys are landless, and she ended up in the court of the king. Still don't know exactly why. Possibly because when she was our hostage, we decided to attack. So she was, transferred for some reason. She is also vengeful. It's like everyone is vengeful here. It's like the core defining trait now of the Danes, I think. And she's also greedy, right? And that was the other thing that we noticed about the Danes. So she has become the most Danish of people. She's also just, which is a nice attribute. And I do think that she would click with Asa. The funny thing is that Asa is actually her crush. So she definitely wants this. She totally wants this. Not so much the other way around. Like, maybe he noticed her, but like, not his crush. But she wants it. I think she would be very pleased. And so now, why am I doing this? This is not giving us an alliance, and it's not giving Asa an alliance. But as I said, Jutta is the daughter of Duke Krutoy, who was the ruler in this area. And from a medieval perspective, from a role-playing perspective, her name, just her presence, would still mean something to the people that live here, especially the heathens, right? So the Slavic people. And that is why I think it makes total sense for Asa to marry her, because he is, after all, going to inherit Rügen, right? This is going to be his land. So I think it's just, it's beautiful and perfect for us, I think, to go this route and say that we want to arrange this marriage between him and her. Obviously, she's still 15, and in about half a year she'll come of age, and that's when the marriage really will take place. This time, I hope, I remember to have a little celebration, maybe. So let's have a look. Well, maybe we need to look at our funds too. We are after the whole spending a lot of coin just for having a good laugh at this guy, at this court jester. We are low in funds. That will be something we need to look into. Anyways, so the king will accept, of course, and yeah, we will send this proposal. Then, okay, coming to the big things. Just when I finished last time, I was like, yeah, let's look and stuff and so on. And just in the moment when I stopped the recording, I noticed this icon at the bottom. I was like, oh, what is going on? And we see here plagues nearby. We have Bourgeois boils. They are not that relevant for us. But we have the Dunnenbergian pox. And this is a major smallpox outbreak. It began in Dunnenberg, and that's, I think, this county here. And you do see that it covers, basically the area of the river Elbe. And we had outbreaks here before, but they were minor ones. And so they were limited locally. But this is a whole nother matter, right? So a major outbreak will spread way faster and is even deadlier. I mean, let's just get the tooltips back. So, let me just check. Okay, so we can see here, right? That it's so likely that this is going to spread further east. And you can see here, it already, will possibly go in this direction. And it's already up here. Right, so I am almost sure that this will come to our court as well. I'm almost sure about this because plagues travel fast across sea, and we are just one step away. Right, the moment this one here becomes infected, all of the counties in this area are fair game to this plague. And yeah, this is going to be a very, very crucial thing for us and for the whole region. I actually like the addition of adding those plagues, even though they can become very, very frustrating. Like, if we don't tackle this from the right angle, we may end up, I don't know, we end up dying, our children end up dying, and so on. I've had this before, right? You get a total wipe. That may as well happen. I don't know. So maybe this will be a very short one. Well, let's have a look. Well, there's at least one thing that we can do, and that is going to our physician, Felice Zorzi, who's still with us, who's very good at what he does. And he is going to do some prevention. Right, so at least we get plus 15 then on our plague resistance. This is a number between 0 and 100, I think. I don't know if you can get further than 100. But you do see here now that we have a plague resistance in our capital of 45. That's actually quite good already. Right, so we already have this coastal quarantine. That is something we did not choose, but I think it is something that our king decided when the last I think minor outbreak happened a few years back. So we still have that one active, and now it actually comes handy, right? It wasn't so nice before because you can see it diminishes our holding taxes, but now it comes in handy because it gives plague resistance plus 30. Still not nearly enough to prevent us from having this plague in our county, but plague resistance is also there to make sure that people don't catch the plague. And in a major outbreak, that's huge. Right. Okay, so that's the major thing that's going on, and I think I would like to portray this major outbreak here, right? If you think about the people at the time, they were helpless when something like that happened. Of course, they didn't have any vaccines. They didn't have proper medicine. They didn't even understand how this spreads. And of course, they would attribute this to religion. They would reflect on themselves, thinking, what did we do wrong for God to throw this upon us? Let's see how it will develop. I am fearful. So let's just see. All right. Now, what else is there to say? The other big thing, and that is the life goal that Skjalm has. And his goal would be kind of to fulfill the destiny of the Hvide and tear down the idol of Arkona. This would be so cool just because it's a historical thing, and a person from the Hvide clan actually did this, was majorly responsible for this. But as we do see, it came with a lot of requirements, and we are fulfilling all but one. So we got the duchy title, but now we need a level of devotion, and it has to be devoted servant. That is the third level of devotion, and we are currently on the first one. Still stuck on the first one. That is dutiful, right? So dutiful, I don't know, that's a euphemism for being you are at least you exercise the religion. But not more. And we do see that we actually have a minus modifier for this, so we are losing piety actively. That does not count for devotion. We are not losing devotion that way. But we only gain devotion when we gain piety, right? So currently we are not gaining any piety in a passive way. So we are dependent on random events or things that we would actively do, like going on a pilgrimage, for example. And that's something to definitely keep in mind. The thing is, coming back to what I've talked about before, is this a role-playing thing? Is this actually something that he would do? And after thinking about this myself, going through some ideas, and taking into account the whole historic situation and what actually happened here, you would see that it makes sense that this involves piety and a level of devotion. Why? I mean, you already see it in here. The person that was driving this, of course, there was King Valdemar, but it was mainly driven by Bishop Absalon, right? So that bishop here, that rings true. This is a church matter to a degree. Even though we are in power and we are very much a worldly ruler, we would need the backup and the resources of the church to help us here. We don't have backing from the church right now, or not that much backing at all, right? We are known to be a dutiful guy. We have done some proselytizing. I'm still not sure about the word. We have done missionary work. That's easier. So in these areas, and that's probably given us some respect within the church, but we've done it on our own, right? And I think that is something that also in his mindset is changing, because he has seen how difficult it is to maintain control, to gain control, to deal with the local subjects here who are not Danish, who are not of the Catholic religion, and he needs the church. Probably also something that in discussing this with his actual friend, I think it's his only friend, the only friend that he has, and that's Prince Bishop Egino. And discuss this with him probably, and then he would say to mate, you need us, you need the church to do this. And there are several things that you can do actually in that relation. First thing that I want to do is, now that we are yeah, we found out about this. I think we already done missionary work here. And we know we need the church, so that's why our own bishop, that's the one we can appoint, right? We are able to do this because Denmark has free investiture. We want to, let him network. Talk to other priests and bishops so that we, just gain more backup from the church. And you would see now changing to this, we are actually up to 0.4. So at least now we are passively gaining piety and therefore progress towards the new level of devotion. You can see down here that in order to become, or to get to the second level, that is faithful, we would need 500. So we would need to gain 129 piety to get there. And that's going to be very important. I mean, afterwards, it's, oh no, we will need 1,000 piety to get to the third level, right? And that's a lot. That's, for us and for our means, especially with our funds, that is a lot. But there is something else. And I'm not sure if this is a Rice decision or if this is also a Catholic Trinity decision, so one of these mods. But we have the option to donate land to the clergy. Again, makes so much sense on a historic level, and this is not in the base game. But I think this is a great option for you to take. And most players, I think, won't do this for good reason, or possibly because you don't like giving land to the church, and it's would be seen as losing land. But what we could do is give Volgast to the church. We see right now that we cannot do this because our level of devotion isn't even faithful. Right? Still, we are not recognized by the church widely. That's something we definitely need to change. But once we do, we can decide to give this to a bishop. Appoint a bishop here that will be powerful, that will then be able to drive the whole, the missionaries in this area, and this will be a very historic thing, right? So there wasn't just worldly rule, especially when it comes to this region here. That was very much driven by the church, and this will be reflective of this development. So for us, that would mean going back to 2 domains. We could potentially hold 3, but we already saw that for that, in order to do that, we had to focus solely on stewardship, like our wife. So yeah, as I said, our resources are stretched thin. Spread thin. I always say stretched thin. That I don't think that's that doesn't make any sense. We're spread thin, right? Like butter on a bread. Anyways, yeah, I'm not a native speaker, you might have guessed. Anyways, okay. So our resources are spread thin across these counties, and so again, would make total sense to give this to a bishop. All right. But we are not there yet. So, I think in the past I said, crown authority, we don't really have any vassals. I think a part of this whole, coming into this area, learning that having control over the locals is actually important. I think we can safely go to level 2 now. I think that's okay. No need to go to a level 3, even though that would be possible for us. We have enough prestige and we don't need it for anything else. But level 2 is good. I will stay at level 2. Alright. There we go. And let's just see. We are at the 30-minute mark. I think that's the natural amount of time I need for recapping and planning. We will just go and have a look at this development here. I think I will actually leave this map open. And you can see how fast it's growing. Oh god. Yes. That's just, it's staying at this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the king is accepting our proposal. for Asa and Jutta to marry. Good stuff. Let's see. Is it coming to us? It's going further in that direction. Yeah, it's arrived here. But is it coming to the eastern shore? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Did you see what happened? Happened so fast. It went to Schleswig. And then, like I said, now this whole area here is fair game for that plague. And it is here. It has come. It is in Roskilde now. And it is in Nestved. So, yeah. It's surrounding us. And let's just see. And let's have a look at the percentage. For it to come to Norrison, there's a 20% risk. And Haven is a 10% risk. That's, yeah. Don't put wool over our eyes. It's going to happen. And what I don't like about these systems is you get to have these things like I don't even think it's in here currently, but you can go in isolation, you can isolate your castle and whatever, but you can only do this when the plague is inside your domains. Like we are like we don't know what's happening around us. Right? Let's see. It has spread again. It's up here. Still spreading. See the fatalities are starting to pile up. Because yeah, not only is this spreading faster, but it's also more deadly. And Skjalm is like, yeah, I need to relax. This is kind of, oh well, plague and stuff. On the road, I saw a commoner sitting against a boulder. He noticed me and stood up to greet me respectfully before sitting back down to lay against the rock. Curious, I asked him what he was up to. It's a pleasant day, Duke Skjalm, so I thought I'd just rest here for the time being. You don't have duties to worry about? Oh, I do, my lord, but I always like to take time to relax. Why work hard to stress yourself out when you could do just what's needed and then enjoy yourself? It's not every day a person gets a chance to relax. His words are wise. I'm not sure. Hard work is its own reward. That one gives us stress, but I think, yeah. I think that's the option we would take. I think that's more Skjalm. Let's see. Is it? I think it's still growing, right? Oh, this would be so perfect if it's not coming to us. Huh? Is it actually staying this way? Oh my god. Oh, this one again. I'm getting this like, I don't know, every other year. And in the beginning we did all the like, do you have someone else? I investigated and so on. And never did anything come from it. And then we had this whole phase where we wanted to prove ourselves to our wife. And I think, yeah, we are very sure at this point that she would not do this. She would not betray us. And just judging by the phenotype or the appearance of our children, they are our children, definitely. Right. Okay, yeah. I actually think that this is the height of the pandemic. I actually think we got away. Oh yeah, there's this other one. But yeah, that's probably at its height too, and that's only minor. Oh wow. What do we learn now? His courtier is a witch. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now we see tragedy striking. Right? Thrugot has died. Well, he was 59, so that's okay, I think. Duke Thrugot was one of our most loyal allies. He was, a bedrock, a foundation of our victories here in Venderland. And so we are very thankful to him. His daughter, oh yeah, she was somewhere over here. Oh, she's going to have to go through this. I hope she doesn't catch it. So we're married to... Toka is married to his daughter. And then our daughter Sigrid is married to his grandson Asa, who is now, as we can see, the official heir to Jylland and Duke Svend. Even though he's called the Timid, he's also heeded our call when we needed him in battle. He is actually somewhat of a capable warrior. So yeah, we don't judge people by I don't know what people say they are or what they are. We judge people about what they do, and he has helped us, and that's good for us. Okay, so yeah, he has died. I mean, this, yeah, we only are now, we're just allied to him, but he has inherited all the Vigmen. He has 1,600 Vigmen, like all these guys with their bows. Our wife has architectural expertise. Okay, that gives her another +1 to stewardship. Guess we'll take it, that's alright. I think we got lucky. We got so lucky. Yeah. While Roskilde is... The people in Roskilde are dying. Oh yeah, court grandeur is decreasing. That's what we get for serving bland food, I guess. We don't have the money to do anything else. Right, see, his wife is ill. Let's look at his court. Well, it's actually alright, I think. Too many people ill. That dude. Oh, our Jutta. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no! Our Jutta is also near death. Damn it, why? Why didn't she? I mean, yeah, next day she's coming to our court. Maybe our court physician is then able to help her. Let's hope for this. Heir at the ready. As I age, the never-ending day-to-day tasks associated with ruling Vanderland grew more and more wearisome. My advisors tell me there is no shame in turning to my heir for assistance. Toka resides here at the castle, after all, with no title of his own. He could stand in front. He could stand in from time to time to dispense justice from the Great Hall, or even represent me when meeting with delegations from around the duchy. I admit it might be a relief to have more time to rest, but is Toka truly ready for such responsibilities? Yeah. I think this is a good decision. We know that we are growing older. I guess we are still in good health, but we know also that Toka will be our heir. We, definitely want him to be our heir, and yeah, this makes sense. This kind of transition, soft transition of power. Yeah, and he is performing well. Good stuff. Let's see, is he advancing here at 80%? Okay. I get a new martial perk. Let's go into strict organization. Okay. I have a hard rule then. Oh man, so I was thinking about actually reflecting this aging and the shift in his priorities now that he's conquered, he's done it, right? He doesn't need to prove himself in that direction anymore. He wants to achieve stuff still, like tearing down this idol, making sure that this area is predominantly Catholic and will continue to do so. But I don't think he will do this by staying in his warrior focus and his martial focus, maybe it's actually time to go back to his roots, to where he originally came from, and he is actually a diplomat of kinds, right? He's gone in this area here, he's thoughtful, and this one came in handy, this one as well, right? We needed these perks. And I think that makes sense. So why don't we... I think we would actually go into the family focus, right? He's older now. He knows that he needs to care for his legacy, preserve his legacy, and that means caring for his family, for his children. Let's do this, right? Makes total sense for me. There we go. Right. I thought that... Oh yeah, she's 16. Why isn't our betrothal happening? Is that because she's ill? I can only hope that she will survive this, because, yeah, as you see, it's a catastrophic penalty to health. And obviously, it goes away after some time, but it takes its time. Oh, let's hope this... I mean, there's still the other one here. Let's pin her. But she's actually... Yeah, she's an active heathen. A bickering couple. I have two servants who are married to each other. Like that he's getting all these events. Like, oh yeah, this and that is happening. Not much else, but everyone around him is dying. I have two servants who are married to each other and are infamous at my court for their constant bickering. It isn't truly hateful by any means, as they are very happy together. The couple just love to make snide remarks and sarcastic comments to each other all the time. It's almost like a hobby of theirs. If anything, it's pretty amusing to see how they try to verbally outwit each other every day. Having them around certainly helps keep the atmosphere lighthearted, as everyone enjoys witnessing their battle of wits, clever words, and entertaining taunts. On the other hand, it is a little unprofessional, even if they do their best not to do it in formal occasions. Yeah... I mean, we found out before that we like a bit of amusement. That's an aspect of him that we've learned exists. So, yeah, maybe, yeah, fine by me. All right. Yeah, okay, the betrothal is fulfilled. She is coming to our court, and... Is she able to get treatment now? I hope she's not spreading it. Whoopsie. Please don't spread it. A wedding celebration. I mean, I wanted to do this, but judging by the circumstances, like there's a massive plague around, and yeah, no, I don't think this is going to happen. And she's on her deathbed anyway, right? Oh, what's happening here? My brother Auden has been quarreling with his nephew, so our son Asa, for days. Just now I can overhear them arguing in the next room over. Unbelievable! Auden shouts. How can a buffoon like you believe you are the ideal manifestation of we the family virtues? I am clearly far more deserving of that distinction than you are. Hey... Let's be real here, brother. We've been dragging you along your whole life. If it wasn't for us, you would have never been in that position here. Like, you started out very poorly in stewardship, and it was only that we gave you the chance to prove yourself, and you've grown into this position, and now you're a renowned steward. Okay, we grant you that. But apart from this, apart from, I don't know, controlling taxes and doing court administration and whatever, you are useless still. You can't do anything properly. You couldn't even reproduce. You don't even have progeny. Yeah, no, I break this up. I don't like it. Am I able to actually be stern on him? As I walk into the room, Auden turns to face me.
I'm glad that you are here, Skjalm. Won't you please talk some sense into your son, Asse? He is being completely unreasonable.
Shame on you, Asse. You are in the wrong, Auden. You are both acting like petulant children, or, haha, I am the best weaver around. No, I think, yeah, he's admonishing him. No, Auden, you are wrong. That's what's happening. You are in the wrong. Oh, I still pray and... Yes! Yes! She's healthy. Oh, good. That's great. The County of Vorgos has given rise to the peasant rabble faction. See? We know that we have to do something here. We can't just do this on our own. Already targeted by peasants. I mean, it's inconsequential. We'll just go there, smash their heads, and be done with it. But, yeah, still. Okay, yeah, we do need some piety still. That's still on the agenda. And I'm not sure how we can achieve this. Let's just see what the plague is doing. We were just so lucky, right? Aren't we the luckiest? All around us, plague is devastating the lands. But not Jörlunde. Not even the barren lands of Haven. Ah, well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, since the plague is still around, I don't actually want to do anything really. Like, we might still catch it. Like, if we were to, I don't know, fight or whatever, we would still... Oh. Now our daughter has those pesky smallpox. Oh yeah, Dagmar says she cannot find any secrets anymore. Yeah, I think it's okay. We have found out about the murder that, yeah, Benedict. The murders that Benedict has committed. So, that was all that we wanted. Yeah, so... Ah! that dastardly woman is finally dead. Okay, yeah. I mean, we do have these rivals, and we did nothing with them. Him here too. I just hate him. But what else could I do? I could do these murder schemes and so on. But again, I don't think that's the kind of thing that he would do. He, yeah, he wanted to challenge him to a fight. He declined, or he doesn't even want to do it. So, yeah. There you go. Then you can just continue to be my rival. Down there in the laughing out loud land. Oh, they're not laughing down there, are they? At least here they're laughing. Not here. Here they are dying from the pox. Okay. I take Felice to my dungeons. Why would I do this? Where I start regaling him with tales of terrible things I have done to the people who crossed me. Again, why am I doing this? I'm sure you've heard about my holy war against Duke Crutoy and in victory, I tell him with relish. That was just the beginning. As I chuckle, Felice's eyes go wide with fear. Why am I doing this? Don't worry, just do what I say and you'll be fine. I mean, yeah, if anything, I think we just say, that, yeah, spread the word. I am not to be messed with. There you go. Dread 94. I mean, this will gradually go down again until it's caps at 70. But, yeah. I think, again, like 100 is, I think, the cap. The overall cap. The feast in Jörlunde was lovely tonight. Are we feasting again? Everyone was quite quiet and well behaved. The spirit among my family was one of congeniality. After the food was taken away, Signy and I looked out at everyone engaged in merriment and conversation. My wife sighed with contentment, and then she turned to me, and I saw the twinkle in her eyes. She clearly wanted to spend the night as husband and wife, and wanted to start right away. Okay. Well, we're not totally against the idea, I guess. And we do see that she would actually still be able to conceive in game terms. She is not yet 46. So let's check. Bully is ill, but not from the smallpox. And our daughter has contracted the smallpox, but she is not in a desperate state. So I hope she will survive this. Orcs? Oh, what was that? Great orcs are a conspicuous presence in much of the Atlantic Ocean. What? These large flightless birds can be found in colonies in the region and are common food source. A number of sailors in the area recently successfully hunted a number of these birds and are offering to sell me the meat and eggs for a good price. This could be used for my cooks in an upcoming feast or gatherings. What does this actually do? Oh, it will just give us a little bit of prestige. Health, small boost, disease resistance, and that's just for me and not for anyone else. No, that's... You are charging too much. I'm sorry. I only pay for meaningless entertainment. That's the only thing I will pay overpriced for. Speaking of which, let's have a look. There he is. Our daughter is healthy again. Good. There he is. He is 61, but he's in good health. I think we are able to say that we do have these lapses in judgment from time to time, and he thought it was funny at the time, but as you see, he's just like draining our resources, taking money. See, he's already 34 gold. And he's just giving us a corn grandeur bonus of +1. So he's not doing it for us, I think. We tried, and he was funny for a moment, but I think that's not enough. And he can stay at court, I think. Maybe we could ask him to take the vows. That was something we could do. I mean, yeah, but that's costly for us too, and it doesn't come with any boons. There we go. Is the... Alright, yeah, it's finally retreating. So... I'm still waiting until it's like fully gone. In the meantime, yeah, the Empire has finally quit, ended this war here. For the briefest moment in time I was thinking about like going for it myself. We could have been lucky actually. And because the army was outside and it was led by the ruler at the time. So if we had just declared war, rushed in, won the battle, and then taken the ruler prisoner, the war would have been over. And since the Empire was also on a holy war, there would be nothing that they could have done. Their war would have been cancelled afterwards because we are Catholic. So, but then again, yeah, that was... I mean, that would have been fiddling a bit with the game mechanics, right? Yeah, as I said before, we are at our limits. Yeah, bringing even more lands to us, that would not be good. We have deer in Stralsund, is what our Chancellor tells us. That's interesting in two senses, because he is not a master of the hunt. So I didn't know that, yeah, people at court who are not actually the master of the hunt can find out about these prey. Aha. Oh, look at that. Oh, they don't have a special relationship, but They have a daughter. Oh, that's so nice. They want to name her Gunhild. I think that's a nice name. Great. Slightly worried about the color of her hair. Like, he's very blonde, she's very blonde. And the daughter now is like this, like, light brown hair. But I think that's within the margin of error. Okay. Marty is no longer our wet nurse, possibly because she's also 46 now, yeah. Oh, by the way, I saw this the other day. Dorete, whom we wanted to bring to our court for a while to give her some social security, she's actually the spouse of a mayor in Poland now, in these newly occupied lands here in Wolin. And she already has a son, and I think that's just great. We are happy for her. She was able to get into this position. Now she is secure. Now we can let that go. I think I also saw some other things when I looked at my hooks. So we, last time we let him go, Jacenti, but we asked him, or we forced him to convert to Catholicism, and now he's a bishop. See, we are doing good. Oh. Someone wants to murder Felice. And I wonder who it is. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop it. That's silly. That is very, very silly. Stop doing that. Yeah, anyway, we must stop the villain behind this. I do have an idea. But, yeah. Let's see. I mean, we are disrupting schemes. The scheme itself, out of 30% success chance, 40% secrecy, it's likely that we will find out who the culprit is without even having to actively search for it. Right, what's the plague doing? Still here somewhere, but you see how far it actually reached. Right, so this encompassed the whole of the northern part of the empire, as well as Denmark. And yeah, this would affect the whole area, right, for years. All the people that have died, 196 actually much for this scale. And since these aren't normal people, that's just courtiers and important people and so on, still someone died from it, even now. What else do we have? Agis Flux, where is that? Oh, right, that's up here in Norway. That's okay. That's not going to bother us. So I don't know. We might see this again as a sign from God. Maybe that we were spared. Maybe that means something to us. Like, we were meant to do good in God's name, right? Maybe that would actually be something that might be an incentive for us to go on the pilgrimage and pray. As we see, it's so expensive. Pious pilgrimage. If I do a pilgrimage, I would go to Canterbury. There would be the option to go to Cologne. Again, I think that's not historical. Cologne was a seat, or had these relics, or still have today. You can go to Cologne and see them. And that is this kind of sarcophagus where the remains of the three magi are supposed to be in. But not at the time. That happened much later. Not even sure if that was in the 12th century or if it was in the 13th century. But they kind of got the relics from Milan, I think. Milan. And but Canterbury would make more sense for him. He would know the place from people talking about it, because this is still in this sphere of influence. Right, as we found out in the beginning, this whole area here, England and England and Denmark and Norway had been under the same rule just 2 generations ago. So yeah, if I wanted to go here, by default I would have to pay 138. That's not great. Yeah, no, we definitely want to earn piety. But this one here, pomp. Humble, appropriate. Travel is dangerous, more piety earned. But this does not do anything about the cost, right? So this is the bare minimum that we have to pay, 138. That is quite a lot. That is quite a lot indeed. I mean, if we were really desperate, right, we could try to sell one of our rings, but that's definitely not what we are going to do. Those rings are ours. We earned them. They are our pride. They are a mark of distinction for us. How far am I here? Well, obviously not much has changed. And in the beginning we were at 129, now we're at 120. So this is still taking us ages. Oh, we have an event at the Royal Court. A word in court of silence. In the quiet of court, my courtier Antoinette. My courtier Antoinette? Who's she? Hello? We haven't met before. What happened? Where's she from? Antoinette de Marcy. She's from France. Aha. We imprisoned her in the August of 1091. What did we do in the August of 1091? Was that the time when we my holy war against Sigmund? Ah, she was at the court of him. She was at his court in Volgast, and then we I like the way that it specifically says I had sex with Duchess Signe. Like he puts that in his journal, in his little journal, where he's like, yeah, I defeated my rivals, I created the duchy, I had sex with my wife. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, so apparently we imprisoned her, but then she escaped from prison, but now she's at our court. I don't know how this came to be, but she is here now, I think, so yeah, what can we do? People that are at our court, I said before, are under our protection, so I guess she's here. In the quiet of court, my courtier Antoinette hesitantly voices a suggestion about improving trade routes to benefit the common folk. My knight Joachim, however, scoffs with a loud laugh. You must speak with confidence if you want to make a real difference, not murmur like a mouse. Joachim asserts, bold actions, not whispers, change the realm. Antoinette flushes, replying softly, I believe. Sorry. I should actually do some kind of French accent. Can I do? No, I don't think I can. Je believe calm decisions bring strength. Not everyone needs loud words. Both look to me for judgment. Should they prize reserved wisdom or encourage open courage? Encourage open courage in all things. I mean, yes. Right? What else is there to say? We are very much a brave person, and we lose renown. Why is that? That's harsh. Oh, we would gain learning if we go for wisdom, but yeah, again, we are role-playing here, so yeah. We have always promoted open bravery, so we're not going to change that. Alright. Yeah, but what else can we do? I think the... it's only here now. No, now it's gone. Ah, Dirk has finished. Oh, Dirk is in poor health. Oh no, poor Dirk. Yeah, I think he's 56. He's also like fought his whole life. Done a lot for us, actually. A lot. I mean, yeah. Maybe that would be the time to look for a replacement. We could actually give this role to our son. That would be, yeah, again, in a way, a part of this peaceful transition of power, to already have him have a position at court that's prominent. Yeah, I think Dirk is not going to like it, and for good reason, because he still believes himself to be capable. But on the other hand, I think that yeah, if we find out that he's in poor health, and of course he would be stubborn, right? You cling to your job. He has done this for, I don't know, 30 years now. So, of course, he wants to stay in that position. But we think it makes more sense to relieve him, yeah, in the literal sense of the word, of this position, and let our son continue to do it. I mean, yeah, you see it's a downgrade for us, because he's not as good in martial things, but yeah, that's more of a role-playing decision for me. Having our son take more responsibility. I have a faction that targets King Svend. Oh yeah, we have the Crown Royalist faction again. Let me see what else is here. I think Prince Eric never stopped believing that his monk brother could be the king. He's so weird. And if nothing changes, he might be the next king. A moment alone. It feels so right. I do not even take note at first, but as we sit in front of the fireplace, my wife Signe clasps my hand with an intensity far beyond the assurances of a wife. Oh, her fingers move, tracing my knuckles as she stares absently into the fire. Should we add more firewood? I say, clearing my throat. I think it's fine. She replies normally, but then I catch her gaze and it's filled with desire. Oh no. I refuse to believe what I feel is wrong. I'm flattered by the attention, wife, but no. No, this is alright. This is good. We like it. I mean, yeah, we have gone into this different path now. We are not this ruthless warrior anymore, where we are still to a degree, I guess. But that's not our focus anymore. Our focus is family, and if that means bringing us closer to our wife too, then that's great. Right, okay. He is traveling abroad. Where is he going? Oh, right. Possibly to a coronation event. Right, we have a new Kaiser here, Leopold of the Babenberg dynasty. That's interesting. Of House Babenberg. It's the Luitpolding dynasty. Don't know how historic that is. But yeah, he needs to crown himself. And he does not do it in Rome, it seems. So he does it by himself, which would be, a risky matter. Anyway, my spy master has come to me with grave news. She is certain that Asser, my own son, is scheming against my court physician Felice. Asser. I mean, it makes sense. He is friends with Corder, and Corder is likely the instigator, because he's the rival of Felice. Not that we know that as a person, but I, as the player, know that. Yeah. What do we do? I mean, we do not throw him in jail. No. But I think he has to understand and to know that, yeah, this is a no-go at least at Skjalm's court. So I think he will let him, yeah, he will let it be known that he is in fact a schemer. It's kind of harsh, right? It makes him lose prestige. No, but I'm doing this. I think this is consequential. This is like what Skjalm stands for. I mean, he does not have this honesty trait, But I would interpret honesty as a virtue more in this kind of forthcoming way. And he's not about, like, I don't know, spilling the beans. he's guarding secrets he maybe holds, but he appreciates it when people, do things in the open. And if they have a beef, then go for it. Duel. I think, I will go in this direction here. Heart of the family. And then I will go and groom to rule, right? That would be reflective of his efforts to strengthen the future rule of his children. Yeah, makes sense to me. I hope we'll get there. I mean, it's gonna take a while until we can pick a new lifestyle. But he's still in good health. Oh no, we just talked about her and we're happy for her. Oh no. And now she's died giving birth. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Well, he's the only one that survives of that line now of Simon Kickin. They are all gone. All gone. Is that something he's already reflecting about? Being 60, being old now. Seeing everyone around him getting old. The old guard. Oh, and we have Waldensians in Verona. Okay. Again, if he really was seriously into understanding religion and all, he might be considering these kinds of things, but he can just be like, what is this? I don't understand this. Why heresy? What is all of this about? No. That's not his thing. Oh, we do have. They do have another child, and it's a son. That's great. Having 2 heirs. Oh, our dynasty is very secure. And they want to name the child Skjalm. That's a compliment, isn't it? That's a compliment to us. We have Stig, and now we have Skjalm. Yes, that's good for us. Thank you. Thank you, son. Thank you, Ingeborg II. How's your sister doing? Good. Identical trait sister, who also has the same name. Yeah, well, that's the Thrugot family for you. He has 2 daughters, but they have different names. Yeah, he's already breaking with the tradition here. Maybe they'll start it. Ib and Svend. No. Okay. Well, that's just the way it is, I think. Yeah. I mean, now we're in this kind of void where nothing much seems to happen. I guess, yeah, things are stable. He's still doing this. Maybe he can go back to his research. Oh yeah, I forgot this all the time. We have this mod installed. So this one is like where you can passively figure out languages that are being taught in the court. So yeah, the primary language, of course, is Norse. That is our language. What else would we want people to learn? Low German? Does that make sense? Yeah, I guess. They are the neighboring country. Do they speak Low German, though? No, that's the land of the Kaiser. Oh, he's a Lombard. What is he doing here? Occitan. Ah. Saxon. And they speak Low German. That's the Saxons. Yeah, okay. That would make sense. And then maybe, that's the language of the Wends, right? Lachitic? I don't know. Yeah. Confirm. Alright. Let's see if something comes from it. Yeah. I am waiting for us to get more money. with Duchess Cygnus' diligent administration of my household finances. Yeah, finances. There is more gold at the end of this season than expected. Hello! You know, that's really, God is talking to us, right? RN Jesus is speaking to us. So how do we best use it? And I'm not looking to the other option. Let's save it for now, my dear wife, because this is actually now giving us the opportunity, I think, isn't that enough now, to go to Canterbury. Yes, just enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we can do this. I would try to make this a bit, yeah, somewhat more immersive, I think. Like, if we talk about the routes that the Vikings took, or that people from Scandinavia took to England, I think that it was not the most common one to go down the Frisian coast, because you would have raiders here, right? Frisians were also regularly attacking Danes and vice versa. But you would go through the open sea, right? So the most important port for where is it? For the Danes was actually, there we go, Æfravik. So York. Maybe let's reproduce this. So we go travel destination. No, that's a travel option. Customize route. I just want to check something else. Because we also can venerate at local shrines. That's costing us. But I think this would be fitting. Right? Would make sense. Yeah. There we go. Well, it's costing us extra, and that means we temporarily get into minus, but that's okay. It's just for a month. Okay, so how would we do this? We would start here, I guess. So we go through here. Okay, we would have to go through open sea. That's not good, right? And I think captains are also expensive. What do we have to lose? So we would go here. And this area is also full of danger. Oh no. Æfravik, no, but that's alright. And then we would travel south. But then we would have to go through this area here. Grimsby. Which is actually, which you can judge by the name B, is a Danish settlement. Well, I guess a bit of danger cannot be avoided, I think. Then we go through London. Yeah, I think that's the old Fossaway, is it? Or am I totally mistaken? It's the Fossway, that direction. But these would be old Roman streets, like, yeah, so the ones going up north. Yeah, and then maybe back in that line. Let's do this, right? Let's just do it. Don't want to think about things too long, even if I oh yeah, what do we do? Yeah, I think it's the one. It's actual zealotry. Even if we said before, like, he is not a zealous person per se, but again, I believe that he has understood and firmly understood that he needs the church. And he needs, just like he needed to prove himself to his wife, he also needs to prove himself to God. And as I also said before, he believes in God. Like, he does not need to have traits like zealous and so on to reflect his belief. He is a believer. Like, everyone else is a believer. Only if you have that non-believer trait, or even like if you're cynical and that kind of stuff, then maybe you can go into that direction, or we could think about it. But he is very much a believer. And he knows he needs the church. He wants to prove himself, right? So here we go. Yeah, we are a little bit in the minus area. But it's okay. Let's hope that we don't get the negative modifiers that come with it. Right. There I am. Who's with us? Joachim. Oh, Dirk is with us. Good stuff. Now that he has the time to do this now, right? The bishop is with us, of course. Felice is with us. Our brother, our son Asa is with us. Seems like a good entourage. It's good that Asa is coming too. Like, I think I'll take this as a sign that he is repenting, right? Yeah, and it's this thing where nothing's happening, so maybe speed this up. Doop, 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 doop. Going through the North Sea, and while we are gone, dramatic things happen. And we have... we have our king, who mysteriously was lost in the wilderness. What are we supposed to make of that? I mean, there is only one thing that we could think of, right? Let's do this again. I mean, by now we suspect him of basically anything. He would do anything. Right, but that means we have King Eric in place. I think that's something we can come back to once we are back from the journey, because we are actually not... we are not here. We are not in Denmark. So we wouldn't even know. I guess we would know. That would be something that traders pick up. What? He can no longer promote? Wait a second. What's happening here? Can no longer... Cannot be... Forbidden under current cultural tolerance law? What the hell, Prince Eric? What the hell? He's already doing all the wrong things. Okay, we are caught outside. Just as we are about to set out, it starts pouring down. Rain as far as the eye can see. I can't help but curse my poor luck, but I had seen the dark clouds come in for a while. If we want to make our journey on time, we have to set out, but it is a risky journey with the weather being what it is. We rest, or we say it's a little bit of rain, that's okay. Oh, I mean, he is impatient, right? That sounds like him. But that is not the purpose of this journey here, and he would know that. Like, this is not about getting there in the fastest way possible. This is about, the whole pilgrimage is, like, it's not the end goal to arrive in Canterbury. The whole pilgrimage is the goal. So, yeah, okay. I think in this case we can rest. Would also mean that, of course, we have a responsibility for the others in our travel group. And we are more family-oriented now. So we do not only think about ourselves. Yeah, okay. We rest. It's okay. It is okay. Oh, and we'll see York. Very much under Anglo-Saxon rule. Oh, we have unfamiliar pilgrims. What else? What else do we have here? Thuggish recruiting, levy size plus 30%. Our wife is doing things again as a regent. We have encountered many Catholic pilgrims on our route thus far, and all have been pious and devoted to God's will. Good. However, we soon come into the company of a group of strange travelers from distant lands. Strange travelers from distant lands. The distant land of Ireland. Okay. Oh, I guess we wouldn't know where that is necessarily. They introduce themselves as insularists and tell us that this route is sacred to their people too. No, it's not. You gain... No, we are not converting to anything. And I don't think we are, brown-nosing this guy. No, I don't understand this. What is an insularist supposed to be? What is that? What does that even mean? Sorry, this is for Catholics, my friend. You are misjudging this. Don't know who you are, but you could go back to your faraway island. And now he doesn't like us. Cannot fight him. Well, you are lucky. Even when on pilgrimage, the priests still hold Mass every Sunday. It is held out in the open when no church is nearby, but early this morning a storm rolled in and has not ceased. Undeterred, a zealous priest is standing out in the pouring rain, giving a sermon about perseverance in the face of adversity. Despite this, the size of his audience is rapidly dwindling as discouraged adherents seek refuge from the torrential rain. Is that just for me? Yes, this is just for me. So, yeah, this is a personal decision, whereas the decision before would affect everyone else as well, right? Now, I think we admire that greatly. Like him being here out in the open, even when it's storming and raining. No, I think I'll be with him. Oh, what do we have now? Oh. 2 of these at the same time. Okay, that one can be resolved very, very quickly. We just go to the wagon. Hvide. As you traverse the marshy wetlands of the Duchy of York, the eerie silence of the night is broken by the sudden appearance of a ghostly figure that looks like the York Ghost, a spectre said to haunt these parts. Your party members, including Elizabeth? Alright, she might be she might be one of the people that join our entourage. And Gudmar, our Gudmar, are visibly startled. The ghost, according to local tales, is the restless spirit of a local noble who was lost in these wetlands centuries ago. While many consider the ghost a mere legend, its sudden appearance has caused a stir among your companions. Elizabeth is trying to calm everyone down, but Asa seems to be enjoying the chaos. He's like, yeah, look at them. Tell ghost stories to lighten the mood. I guess that's something we could do. We should pray for the ghost's peace. As we do see, that's not something we are like good at. Or we should offer some food to appease the spirits. No, I think that's the first one here is the better one, right? So we make sure that the guys in our entourage are comfortable, and this is okay. I guess, yeah, this whole setup of this like ghostly figure in the marshes and stuff, that's something that they would know from their lands too. Like that's such a common archetype of a story. So yeah, okay. Oh, we have a laughter in the dark. Yay! Your companions laugh off their fear. Oh, you made a joke. And we travel across the Fossdyke. Alright, okay, yeah. This is, again, where the systems are not playing well together. We are on the road, she is at home, yet we do get an event here. Let's, for the sake of role-playing, assume that this happened before he left. I see her in my dreams, hear her voice in quiet moments throughout the day, and when the maidservant alerts me to a visitor, a hammer lands on my chest. What? Oh, no, not a physical hammer. My wife, Duchess Signe, has made her way into my life with sweet words and sweeter touches. I struggle to keep her off my mind. The feelings between us will soon either burst into flames or die out with equal violence. Oh. Was she actually, was that a scheme of hers, a personal scheme? Did she seduce us? I want to dwell forever in the inferno. This is a romance that will burn bright, but short. How sweet, but no. I tire of these games. Yeah, she tried to seduce us. Oh, it is kind of sweet, right? And we did this before, and we just gave her a kiss. So, yeah, but I think it has changed for him too, right? And he loves her. I'm sure of this. She has been loyal to him, right? She has been, yeah, the backbone of all his endeavors, caring for the home and yeah, even now it's mainly because of her that we are able to rule all our holdings. Oh, we have true aim. Teeming with all manner of wildlife, Asa and I agree that Newport would be a splendid place to go on a hunt. Yeah, again, we are in December. Good time to hunt. While we don't have time to stay for a proper outing as we traverse the area, I spot a pristine wild rabbit at the edge of the forest. It has peculiar markings on its fur, and I motion to Asa to survey the animal. As he spots the rabbit, he grins. "What would you say to a friendly wager, father? Whoever strikes that pristine fellow with an arrow wins." Yeah, I guess we can do this, but stop calling it a pristine fellow. It's a rabbit. Yeah, sounds good to me. Rabbit in sight, we both slowly but purposefully move closer to the rabbit, taking aim for its tiny body as it gnashes away at a piece of straw. I pull my string and release, as the arrow goes straight into the animal's body. The sudden impact launches it a few paces, then the tiny body slumps down on the ground, motionless. I roar in triumph, and Asa joins me in my cheer. "Nice shot," he cries, as I dart forward to pick up the trophy. Oh, that was fun. And now he gave us money. Okay. Is that not like... It's not like he had it. He just went into debt for this. Aha. Oh yeah. I am again the of Denmark. So this arrives me while I'm in London. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. He would have heard that I'm not at home, so he sent a messenger to London. And there he catches up with me. Okay, I don't know what the of is currently. We have to look, but we accept. And this time we are the marshal. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's an honor. Oh, and our health has turned poor. Yeah, this is probably the last journey that we undertake, right? And we would know that our time is short. Oh, wow. We know that our time is short. Okay, visited Canterbury. We are known for the dedication to our faith. There we go. And this is where we need to go. Become a devoted servant. And here you can see it. We need 913 piety. Every journey starts with the first step. We are now a pilgrim. Let me just stand around. Yes. Okay. Let's just stand here for 4 months. Den Röde Ritter gained 25 glory. See, Dirk is using this. Oh, a pilgrim's guide. The markets of Canterbury are bustling with merchants, shouting in languages that I've never heard and selling spices that I've never tasted. The guide of the pilgrim. Learn the safest routes, discover the marvels of Canterbury. One of them yells, waving a small book in my direction. Okay, I'll take the book. Or I say, God shall guide me. I mean, coming back to who Skjalm is, we figured out long ago that he cannot read. That's not something he does. And therefore, this whole idea of a guide is maybe nice. And it's nice because we would get more piety. But I think, yeah, we are here for a godly purpose. And we cannot read anyway. So, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Oh, and while in Canterbury we learn that Pope Alexander is actually calling for, for crusades. Someone would have to explain the concept to us, I think, and then we are like, oh yeah, so basically what we have done all our life. Right? So we have already done crusades. In a way. There we are, okay. What else is new? Oh, I gain stuff. And, yeah, once again, right? This is not a sign of her being unfaithful. This is just the systems not working well together. When we got the event that made us her lover, and he would have written this down in his memories. I tumbled with Signe. His all-important journal, where he writes down all of his like big battles and stuff. Yeah, so that's why she is pregnant now. And isn't that some kind of wonder? Isn't that a sign, again, right? At her age, at our age, we are likely to become a father once more. Dirk, my knight, peers out of the sprawling holy site of Kent as we make our way through the crowd. Kent is truly a sight to behold, a place where cultures meet and faiths come together to worship. Are we not blessed to get to experience such familiarity and companionship? He looks at me expectantly. Oh. I can't, I'm sorry. Our culture does not have the xenophilic tradition, my dear Dirk. The feats spirituality can achieve. Yeah, good stuff. I mean, we are gaining more piousness, which I think is, that's determining how much piety we gain in the end. So I hope we'll get to the to the second stage. What's happening here? The Cornish are now speaking Cornish. Fascinating. So fascinating. Alright, yeah, nothing much is happening here. Do we get more? Come on. I preached the wrath of God. Well, good for me, I guess. Find secrets. I would not be so certain. Keep it up. Something has happened here. Or maybe Eric was responsible for it, so that he could become king earlier. Wrath of God again. No, we're not going to the second stage. Oh well. Let's see. Let's see how far we got. There we are. As our time at the sacred site draws to an end, I feel reassured that while I may not have been the most pious of pilgrims out there, I have proven my dedication to the Lord in more ways than one. This being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I am more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. I think that's not how we think about it. This was very much the last the last big journey that we made. 187. That's not that much piety, right? But at least I get determined pilgrim. Monthly piety per night. Yeah, that should be a boost for us. Yeah, okay. It has been an honor. Now we're going back. Check again. We need about 579. Let's see. Let's speed this up. Oh, and the Hvide dynasty is known far and wide. Good stuff. And there we go. No, that's not our child. That's the child of Toke, called Vibeke. Yeah, I guess. Would be nice if they named her maybe after one of her grandparents. You have Thorgunna, and of course Signe, our wife. Vibeke. I mean, it's alright. They can. It's their decision after all. Yeah, no, Court Grania is deceasing again. Not deceasing, decreasing. Sorry. I've heard it said Frisian fishermen have famed the world over for their ability to strip the ocean of its most bountiful and delicious plunder. Today, by the shores of Dockham, I am fortunate enough to come across a Frisian fishing fleet. Our entourage sails close to a stray member of the fleet, and I'm greeted immediately by the pungent odor of its captain.
An honor, my lord. Can I interest ye in the finest catches of the day?
No, not today, mate. We are not paying overpriced prices for fish. We're not going to do that. We did that once, and yeah, but we're not doing this again. Oh, okay. The faithful prepare for war. Huh. I mean, this has a romantic ring to it, right? Like he will die like Kaiser Barbarossa on the way to the Holy Land. Well, it's not for the Holy Land. It's for the holy grounds of Tahert. Okay, yeah. What holy grounds are there? What holy grounds are you talking about? This is the desert. Okay. That's peculiar. Yeah. I mean, let's say yes. Yeah. He's going to do it. Did we gain piety by this? We are at... Okay, guys. Buckle up. Fasten your seatbelts. Because we are back at home. And, as I said before, I want to use this option of saying I want to... Where do we have it? Donate land to the clergy. So, let us decide. And the UI here is a bit broken, but that's okay. It's okay, it's alright. And it will be the County of August. So we are giving this land here to the church, which will also mean that whomever is going to rule here will be our vassal, our direct vassal. Right, so we're not losing complete control. We're just making sure that the church is going to, build their stronghold here and then make sure that the whole, conversion in the area is centered around Vorgast. This donation should have them wonderfully. We grant land to the clergy. And as you do see here, we gain 500 piety. 500. So, let's do it. There we are. Now we have Prince Bishop Gunnar. Oh, look at him being a lunatic. He's a lunatic and he wants to be on the council. You know what? What makes total sense now. I mean, I said before that I don't fire people from the council, but to me this is not a firing. He is just in the hierarchy way up him. Like he's a bishop, but only like a local bishop. And Gunnar here is now a landed bishop. So it makes total sense for me to appoint him in this role. Convert faith and religious relations. Yeah, we were at religious relations. Let's see if we change it, but yeah. Frode is actually staying at our court. I guess he would know that we have decided to go into the crusade. So that's probably why he's staying. Or in roleplay ways. But guys, look at this. Everything has played out perfectly. We are now a devoted servant. And that in turn means that we can tear down the idol of Arkona. Guys, we gain 1000 piety, we gain 500 gold, and that is because this idol of Svantevit, or this whole temple, they were rich, right? Because explicitly people came there to worship, but they had to pay. To pay for it, and they happily did so. So we are taking all that money now, and we are justified by the church, and that was important for us, right? That was very important, that the church is going along with this. So it wasn't Bishop Absalon of the Hvide clan, it was Duke Skjalm of the Hvide clan who helped tearing down the idol of Arkona. Oh, this feels so good. Obviously not destroying something feels so good. Achieving this. For many years, the idol of Svantevit has stood proudly at the temple of Arkona on the island of Rügen. Today, however, is a great day for those who believe in Catholicism. Duke Skjalm, who rules the island, frowns upon worship of Svantevit. Whether right or wrong, he believes that the wicked beg this god to grant them their twisted desires, that fraudulent priests trick naive fools into giving them their money in his name, and that only the deluded worship the idol, which he sees as nothing more than a mundane piece of wood. Skjalm has ordered his Prince Bishop Gunnar, right, so good, like we appointed him and now he's, doing this on our behalf, to tear down the idol of Svantevit and chop it up into pieces. From now on, they will follow the light of God. Yes. Oh, wow. Very good. Yeah. Oh, we also have this modifier here. Tore down the idol. Oh, yes. Every Abrahamic religion, right? So even the Muslims like us now. Even Muslims like us now because we did this. Isn't that nice? And we lost this one, and this is actually good too, because for us, this idol meant minus 10% holding taxes. Now that's gone. Great. And here we are. I mean, of course, now we don't have to focus so much, or only focus, let our wife focus on managing the realm. We can now, again, decide to go into broader horizons. Yeah. I mean, here we are. He has done what he has set out to do. He has achieved what he wanted to achieve. And now, the only thing that he needs to do is wander off into the distance, into the sunset, into the south. We can decide who would benefit from... Well, if we win, then who would benefit from it? Or if we are somehow under the, few people that gain from the crusade, should they win. I mean, we could decide for our daughter, then again... and he is arbitrary, right? So that... But then again, I don't like this. I never like it when... Yeah, it is possible, I guess. But historically it wasn't. Like, the people winning land when the crusade was over were not women. No, that's not a thing, right? So, we should go with our brother, even though he's useless. Then, I mean, would make sense for us too. So if he were to then leave court and be down there in the south somewhere and forgotten, then he would not be in the way of our sons doing their thing. We already saw that he's meddling, right? And once we are gone, he will continue to do so probably. And so if we do win anything down there, any land, then our brother should take it. That being said, now that I do this, he should come with us. So, we are forcing him to be a knight. There we go. He should come with us. He has to earn. He has to earn it. All right. We do have about 10 minutes left. And maybe let's do some war preparations. So this will begin in 13 months. So a whole year. And maybe he's even dead by then. Who knows? We don't know this. Oh, where's Bully? Huh? Oh? What? Huh? Oh! Huh? Bully is going to the Vatican. Huh? I guess he's doing this... He's doing this as part of the entourage of Bishop Egino. Oh, that's so nice of him. Like, he too. He is in poor health now. He's old. He's very old. He's 73. He's ancient by medieval standards. And he has decided that before he dies, he wants to visit Rome. Isn't that nice? That's lovely too, right? So romantic. And he's taking Bully along, his ward, our son, in the hopes that he will somehow become more learned in the process. Hopefully, because we want to make him a bishop. But it's not looking good for him, or at least he would not be the best bishop possibly around. Let's check. Okay, I didn't want to unpause because let's see. Oh, hostile faction has disbanded. You see, now that we have, given up part of our control and give that over to the church. Now the peasant rebels are dispersing. Yeah, new Realm Priest, we know that. And we have about a year until it begins. Now, we have money. We do have money. How do we spend our money? Yeah, I think it is time that we looked into our holdings. Let me just check and see. The Röde Ritter is still on rank 2. Okay. Which will likely go down, right? Because Dirk is now in poor health. So that means Gudmar will take over. And then we will lose some glory. That's the normal thing that's going to happen. She's still there. So yeah, okay. I was talking about looking into infrastructure. We are looking into constructing a new building. Now, I probably said before that farms and fields make most sense here. It also would reduce the cost for hosting a feast. It also, yeah, it's the money maker. It's for this type of countryside, like the plains. This is the best, yeah, I think the single best quote-unquote building that you can create, or thing that you can create. Invest into the farming. He would know that too. Of course, he has still this military mind, and I also looked into possibly going for militia camps. But in the end, he knows that resources are everything. He has been short of gold before, and he knows that he's below standard. his court is with the bland food and everything. I think it's totally okay that we go for farms and fields. Same for Rügen. They have a port. They have bastions and a curtain wall. Yeah, let's do the same thing here, right? So this is making sure that our sons will inherit flourishing lands, because they somehow have to split all of this. So yeah, they need some more coin in their pockets as well. So the other thing that we can do, and I guess that's something he would do now, is looking into his military. He knows that he's going into battle soon. He has found out before that it's tricky to go against walls or a walled city or a walled castle and not have siege equipment. He has found this out painfully when he was at Vogast, and Bishop Egino's men were just watching them failing at besieging it. So yeah, we are going for mangonels. Might even already go up to 2 of them. Now we have 150. And I think, yeah, let's look into getting 1 more of these. So 300 Vigman, 300 Bondi. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Oh, we can ask our head of faith for gold. He is offering us 100 gold. Let's factor this into what we just did. We just spent money, quite some gold, on expanding our military. And I think it makes sense, or it can be justified, that part of this was a subsidiary by the Pope, saying, okay, if you spend gold on your ability to go into the crusade, I will allow you a tax cut. So I think we will use this option. I'm not going to use it all the time. Yeah, I think again it's cheesing to a degree. It's like if you have a lot of piety, then you can just can't do that much with piety anyway, so you might as well get some gold for it. But in a roleplay way, sometimes that sounds weird to me. to apply for this, especially when you don't really need it, or when there's nothing really that you need to do with it. There we are. At 150 gold. We can pay homage. Yeah. I think at the beginning of next episode I will look into King Eric. Oh, his oldest son has died from the smallpox. So his second son, Agnar. Oh, wow. Ambitious and sadistic and generous. And handsome. And a monk. What? Why is he a monk? What happened here? That does not look like the setup for a monk. And even was some kind of... I think Eric is confused. I think Eric is deeply confused about what being a monk means. Maybe in his, I don't know, quirky mind, he believes that being a monk is the requirement for being a ruler. Like we saw that he wanted to put his brother, who's a monk, on the throne for all these years. And now he has, he wants his son to be an heir for something, but he's made him a monk. Oh dear, oh lord. And then here's the useless younger son. Oh dear, oh lord. King Eric. There we are. There he is. I mean, we were just looking for secrets here. Maybe Benedict was not the one who organized this kind of vanishing of the former king. Let me just check again. Kingdom, title, history. There you go. Lost in the wilderness. No, that's not. That was not a mistake. That was a murder. I think he's pretty convinced of that too. So when this is over, maybe let's have a look into the court. I want to see what happened here. Anyway, who is the current heir? That's Prince Björn. That's good for us. That's good for us. We like Prince Björn. He was our choice too. Again, we cannot vote right now. Anyways, okay, let's roll. Oh yeah, we can pay homage. Yeah, I guess this would be something that we do. No need to do anything extra. Or here do anything extra. We just go there, swear our oath of fealty, because that is the proper thing to do. There we are. Yeah, we are nearing the 2-hour mark. Servants usher me into King Eric's great hall in Finn, where he sits. Yeah. I stumble over this every time. I think it's the third time now in this series. He sits on his throne, waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage as his scribes record the event. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer my king, well, except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. I mean, that promise means a lot. And he should know that. Eric bids me to arise. Oh, I see this just now. We have this little bald spot at the back of our head. Aww. Eric bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction along with my rights to the lands I rule in his stead. Hail the king. Yeah. That's alright. Huh? Court event? There's no court event here. Anyways, okay, this is almost, yeah, done in a sec. Tip the host. The afternoon is quickly advancing into nightfall as we enter the local farm estates of Skjalm. The estate owner, Rolf, greets us warmly and promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a veritable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, bread, and the like. In the morning, Rolf approaches me as I enjoy my breakfast. My lord, hosting such an extravagant shindig, whatever that is, as yesterday can be expensive. Well, mate, you should have thought about this before you asked me to join your festival or whatever it was. What about her? Why is she here? All right, yeah. She is now right. Yeah. Roskilde belongs to her, Princess Liv. She's the daughter of King Svend, and her, Elizabeth. I think she will have, I don't think she's much respected. Her rule will be much respected, being the daughter of a low-born woman. And with the king dead, I don't think she will survive that long. Well, that's just a prediction. Maybe we will be the one to go for her. No, we won't. Well, coming back to this. You should pay me for the prestige I brought to your farm. Let me compensate you. Or maybe Princess Liv and I can come to an agreement. I mean, this option is out of the question. He invited us. Right? He was the host. And again, in this traditional medieval sense, like even in a Viking sense going back, right? When you are the host, that is meaningful. But that also means this is not a potluck. Right? It's not a potluck. You don't just go there and I don't know, bring your own food or throw some money together to buy some stuff. No, you are the host. You pay for it. And we don't respect this. We don't respect him coming to us now after he's provided us with all of these extravagant things that we didn't ask for. So this is out of question. You should pay me is also quite harsh. Like again, we were the guests, so why would he pay us for just being a guest? Maybe I can work it out with Princess Liv. That would give her a weak hook on me. Maybe that's a kindness also. Like we would know that she is going to be in trouble. And we still owe loyalty to her father, the late king. Let's take the last option here. It's also available because we are actually a good diplomat. Let's take this option. Alright. Thank God I can go inside again after 25 long days of travel. Okay, let's pause here for a sec. Let's have a look at the time. And we are at 2 hours. Right. Okay. So far, I've been very lucky with these episodes because in every episode we had something major to do, right? Something to actually, I don't know, celebrate. And this episode was no different. We actually managed to tear down the idol of Arkona. And at some point I didn't think that was possible. But it was. And we did so. So I think, the Hvide are actually blessed by the gods. Or by God. We are Catholics. We are blessed by God. And let's see if this will also turn out the same for our children. And let's see how long Skjalm will still walk this earth. And what he will achieve in, the next episode. So, cheers. Bye-bye.